Good morning. Happy coffee talk. It's Monday morning, November 1st. I can't believe it's November 1st, and I can't believe how cold it is outside. It is already like frosty. The grass is getting that like icicle look in the mornings now because I think it's dropping like just below freezing. So since Washington's always pretty wet, it's starting to look really crispy out, and it's nice, except that it freaking killed one of my favorite plants. And by it killed, I killed because I left it out and I wasn't paying attention to when we would get the first freeze. And this particular kind of plant, it's really cool. It's like this purple, almost cactusy looking thing. It does okay in the cold. It just doesn't do okay when it's frozen. And I had spent all this past year regrowing it because I did the same thing last year. And it almost died last year. And so then I had regrown it. It was finally happy. And then I did the exact same thing and pretty much torched 95% of it. Now, 5% of it remains. And luckily, I regrew it last year off of 5%. But that's a bummer and sad. So anyways, it's crispy and cold. It's November 1st. I did, however, get in my bird of paradise before it tanked. Last year that one tanked because I left it out in the freezing. But when it's cold outside, coffee is extra delicious. And so this morning my coffee is a Black Rifle coffee, but it's not my normal one. This one is like, I think Leah brought it over for the fitme event, and it is like extra dark. So it's delicious. And I'm drinking it in my mug from Nikki. And this is that Polish pottery mug that I love. P.S. Sorry for the background dog noise. Rosie has decided that whenever I record coffee talk, she's going to be annoying. She's crying about something. I don't know what. I think, because Rocky's outside and she is inside. The grass is always greener, right? When you're inside, you want to be outside. When you're outside, you want to be inside. Super normal, I guess, of Miss Rosie to be doing that. So anyways, man, actually that threw off my coffee talk thought because I had a whole different perspective. And then Rosie got me thinking about the grass is greener conversation. And to be honest, like maybe that's the way to go. Maybe the universe decided that the grass is greener is the way we should talk about coffee talk today, because I've personally been struggling with looking at, I've been doing more weightlifting than I have in a long time, which is amazing. And I feel really strong, more athletic and strong than I felt since I had Georgia. And I look back at old videos of weightlifting. Now, weightlifting is interesting because I'm actually comparing pounds to pounds here. So it's not like I have some sort of vague memory of what I used to be capable of. With weightlifting, you have a number. And so you know how much you used to be able to lift over your head. And this was a game that I loved to play. So I can actually like look back 4 years ago, actually it's about almost 4 years ago now, 3.5, and say like, I know exactly how much I could lift then and how much I weighed then, because weightlifting is a weight class sport. And what that means is like you're categorized by how much your body weight is, and then you only compete against those people because it's a kind of sport where the bigger you are, the more you could foreseeably lift. You know, you can lift more. They say it, mass moves mass. And so I look back at some videos of me being, 5 to 10 pounds smaller than I am right now, lifting more weight than I am right now, and I get all head gamey about it, which I don't know if that translates for you for weightlifting, but maybe it translates for you in other categories. Maybe you used to be capable of doing more, or you think you were, or you look past at different seasons and you're like, how did I used to like juggle work and get, a 40-minute workout in the morning and have time for socializing and have, a body that fit into these clothes. Like, how did I do that? I must have been better then. And we look back and we think that the grass is greener because in our memory of what it was, we're just comparing it to now, and we're not comparing the full story, to be honest. Because even if it was in some ways, quote, better, it's not the full story. It's not the full story of now. And so, like, it's funny because we do this to other people too, just like crazy Rosie's looking outside at Rocky, who's outside and she's inside. We think, well, the person who maybe has these circumstances could do it. It's better over there than what I have right here. And so we whine and cry just like Rosie's doing because we want to be out. But if she was out, she would be cold and she would want to be in. And so if that is our perpetual state of sort of looking back or looking out at the other thing and wondering, would it be better if, or I think it's not a circumstance problem. It's a head problem. So it's not a, if your circumstances were better, would you be able to do X, Y, and Z or lift more weight or be happy or whatever. It's not that. It has nothing to do with the circumstances. It has everything to do with your head game. So it's like, for me, I think I have no business looking back at old videos of me weightlifting and comparing my now to then, because it doesn't even make sense. It's like apples to oranges. I mean, I'm still the same girl, but I had a baby. Like, life is different. My body is different than it was then. My circumstances are entirely different. I mean, fitme is like a baby. It's like I had two babies, over the past 3.5 years. And so comparing isn't just not fair, it's inaccurate. It's apples to oranges. This season is different. So then what I need to be doing instead, and I'm sharing with you this with you out loud so that it'll be helpful, is to remove even the comparison at all. Instead of thinking, I can't wait till I can get to the place where I could do the thing I used to do. That still is kind of flawed thinking. Or I can't wait till I have the same circumstances as so-and-so because then I'm going to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Or I can see why she can do that because of her circumstances, but here's where I'm at. And so again, it's flawed thinking. And so we almost have to just remove that frame and instead see where we are, see if we are truly challenging ourselves the best that we can. Are we doing the effort that we know what we're capable of? Are we giving ourselves enough grace? Are we choosing those levels based off of a long game of taking care of our mind and our body for the long term, not just the short term? And are we doing it and enjoying it? Are we just torturing ourselves? Those are the kind of the measures that I think we should use, rather than, are we doing something the same as somebody else? Do we look the same as her, even if that somebody else is us in a past season? So anyways, that's a different direction than I was going to go this morning for coffee talk, but Rosie's whiny cries made me think of it, and the weightlifting thoughts have been on my mind, and so it inspired me to share them with you. So thanks for plugging into Coffee Talk. I've got exciting news. We are opening signups for Fit Me On Track this week. So for the next 7 days until Sunday, you can sign up for Fit Me On Track, which is our 4-week jumpstart. It's how you get started with Fit Me. This is where it happens. This is your way to kind of start taking your nutrition and start feeding yourself differently. Ditch the diets for the long term. Like, start moving more, start being kinder to yourself, and at the same time, make those lifestyle changes, that healthy lifestyle change that you want. That's what we're going to help you do in these 4 weeks. So Fit Me On Track signups for the next 7 days only. And this is probably the last one that we're running this year. So you definitely don't want to miss it. And if you are not in our Facebook group, then come on over to Fit Me Free Intro. In the Fit Me Facebook group, you can get an idea of what this is all about and meet some of the people in Fit Me, meet some of the coaches in Fit Me, get started on those diet-free and sustainable changes that you've been looking for. So go to Facebook and search for Fit Me Free Intro. All right, I'm going to go deal with that crazy dog. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.